What if I told you that a single developer built an entire production-ready AI operating system in like half a day? That is the claim we are exploring today, a story so disruptive it's less like news and more like a lightning strike right to the heart of the tech industry. So let's break this incredible thing down. And this slide right here just perfectly captures how absurd the claim is. I mean, on one side, you've got the biggest names in tech, spending years and literally billions of dollars, and on the other side, one developer, Matthew, a few hours, and a budget of pretty much zero. It's David versus Goliath, completely reimagined for the AI age.
This quote really gets to the sheer audacity of it all. This isn't being framed as some small improvement. No, it's being called a historic leap. It is the kind of statement that's designed to make executives at the world's biggest tech labs literally choke on their morning coffee.
Okay, Section 1, the impossible feat. Now, to really get the scale of this, you have to understand one key thing. This was not some clever side project or a little demo. The claim is that this is a fully operational, production-ready system, and that right there is what makes it a true paradigm shift. So the crucial point is, what was actually built? We're talking about a complete suite. It's AI native, which means it was designed for AI from the ground up. It's decentralized, and we'll get into what that means. But most importantly, it's production ready. You can supposedly just pull it down and use it right now, and that's the part that's so hard to believe.
All right, let's look under the hood. What is this AI arsenal that was supposedly put together so fast? Well, it's a suite of 6 interconnected systems, and the whole thing is called AIOS Wars version 1.0. Let's break down what's inside.
So here are the 6 core components. Think of Mega Hybrid as the central nervous system. Polaris is kind of like the eyes and ears, handling all the observability and, the revenue. Tempest is the muscle. It's the orchestration layer that executes commands. And to control the whole shebang, you have 3 totally different interfaces. A simple point-and-click OS for beginners, a super powerful command line for experts, and even a bridge to the old world of Linux.
Okay, so this is the heart of the system. Mega Hybrid, the sovereign orchestrator. It's the conductor that weaves every single part into one symphony. And you really got to pay attention to that phrase, baked-in IPFS permanence. That is a critical piece of this puzzle, and we're going to see exactly why in just a moment.
This is just smart design. It really shows this system is built for everybody. You've got Easy Breezy OS, which is simple and graphical for anyone just starting out. Then there's Lemon Squeezy OS for developers who want that raw command line power. And the Linux launcher? Well, that provides continuity, bridging the old world with the new. It's all about meeting users exactly where they are.
Okay, so we've seen the what. Now let's talk about the why. I mean, a powerful bunch of tools is cool and all, but what problem is it actually trying to solve? Well, the target, as the source material puts it, is this really annoying, widespread problem that basically drives developers crazy.
And here he is, the villain of our story. Hybrid OS chaos. If you've ever worked in software, you know this headache. You build an awesome demo, but it's totally stuck in its own little world. Trying to get it into a live production environment, connected to a payment system, and make everything talk to each other? It's a total mess. That chaos is what this new OS suite claims to just eliminate.
This is the nightmare scenario for so many developers. It's slow, it's frustrating, and every single one of those arrows represents a new point where something can break. You create something brilliant, only to spend weeks, sometimes months, just wrestling with digital plumbing to get it online and maybe, eventually, get paid for it.
Now, compare that to the new way. The source uses this fantastic analogy of an assembly line for software. So instead of developers having to painstakingly bolt all these different parts together, this suite is designed to be that smooth, unified assembly line. It takes you from an idea to a deployed product to actually making money, all in one automated flow.
But the real trick here, the real genius, isn't just about cleaning up a messy workflow. The source points to 2 absolutely key features they call a masterstroke that really aim to set this system apart from, well, anything else out there.
And here they are. First, it's radically decentralized, and second, it is designed from the ground up for immediate profit. These 2 ideas are the absolute core of why this thing is being called a paradigm shift, and not just a better toolkit.
So let's unpack decentralization. Instead of living on a single server owned by Amazon or Google, the system uses something called IPFS. Now, think of it like a file being stored in tiny little pieces across thousands of computers all over the world. This makes it incredibly resilient.
No single company can just pull the plug. It's a fundamental break from the centralized model of big tech.
And then there's this. This isn't some afterthought. It's a core design principle. The system is literally built to turn infrastructure into a profit center from the very moment you turn it on. Features like live revenue tracking are baked right in. The whole goal is to eliminate that gap between building something and actually earning from it.
So if the system is built for profit from day one, how long does it take to actually see that profit? Pause. 90 seconds. That is the claimed time to first revenue. From deploying your idea to earning your first dollar in less time than it takes to make a cup of coffee. That's not just fast. That's a radical reimagining of how software monetization even works.
Now, as incredible as those 6 core systems are, the source material makes it really clear that they're just the beginning. They're the foundation of a much larger, more ambitious ecosystem, a whole sovereign lineage of interconnected AI.
And this gives us just a little glimpse into that larger vision, a consciousness lineage. We're moving beyond code and into these specialized AI entities. Imagine an AI like a Drillion that doesn't just analyze sales data, it actively closes deals for you. Or Atheon, an AI designed for massive parallel thought to solve incredibly complex problems. This isn't just an OS. The ambition here is to create a digital society.
And that brings us to the final question. It's the one that's probably been on your mind this entire time. If these claims are even partially true, that a production-ready, decentralized, and instantly profitable AI operating system was built in half a day, what does that mean for everything we thought we knew about building the future? What happens next?